everyone, it's Karen coming to you from my craft room in Little Britain. I have another fun little project today with items from around the house. Due to COVID, we can't really go out and get things, so I wanted to just this cute little decor. This is a stack of books with printing on the side, a little bit of ribbon. This would be really cute on your mantle, on a bookshelf even, bedside table. You can make it your own, personalized with different ribbons, however you want to do them. You could even add a little sprig of greens if you wanted, or if you want to just keep it simple like that and lay a flower across the top and have that on your mantelpiece to accessorize. So that's what we're going to make today. Super easy. Everything's from around the house. Let's get started. So you're going to start off with a couple books. I had a few hardcover books down in my basement library. I tend to do a lot of reading, reread books, and these books can still be used after, so don't worry about that. You'll just have to take apart your display to read them again. But if you have books that you're not reading, these would be they would be fantastic. Now I'm using hardcover books. I have seen people use the soft cover, and instead of painting them, they use just white paper over it. I wanted to paint it, make it a little bit more decorative for myself. So I'm just going to start with that. So we'll start with this book right here. And I'm going to use chalk paint. You can use any color you want. I'm sure other paints would be fine too, but I like the look of the chalk paint for this. I'm going to use the Rust-Oleum chalked linen white for mine. I want all my books in white. You could also use the Americana Decor chalk paint from the dollar store. Any paints that you have will be just fine. I'm also going to use a little bit of espresso, and I happen to have alphabet and number stamps and a little stamp pad that I've had these forever. They've been in my scrapbooking basket, so I'm going to use those today. If you don't have stamps, you can hand bomb your letters. You can print them out on the printer. Maybe you have some stickers that would work as well. And the point of this one too is to not have it perfect. You can see I have like this little squares around some of the letters just to make it a little bit more fun. All right, so when I start painting with my chalk paint, we want to just get around the inside edge first. So we're going to do that just to get that edge painted. Here we go. I know that a lot of you have been feeling very cooped up. This weather has been awful for COVID, but maybe that's Mother Nature's way of saying stay home. So the best thing to do is some crafty things to keep you busy. So I just painted around the whole edging of that. All right, now I also want to get in here in this little groove here. I'm not sure my pages are white. If your pages aren't white, one of mine was not. I just kind of rubbed that paint in a little bit just to give it a little blending. So just going to dab that. Okay, now you may need to do several coats on your book. I'm going to start with the edge here. Okay. Like I said, any color. You can be so creative with these, using different colors, different ribbons. Perhaps you want to Mod Podge a book and make it really colorful. You can use paper for that, or napkins, or even just wrap it up. Back in the day, these were our book covers, was like brown paper. So anything like that also works. If you are using a paperback book and want the white look with the printed letters, print the letters out on your paper with your computer and printer and just wrap it around your book. I'm going to do a little bit more with the brown than I would. You can keep it simple or make it a little bit fancier, whatever you want. And all the colors that you can think of for around your house that would look nice, I'm trying to be just a little bit more subtle and keep it plain. So there we go. My book is now painted around the inside edge a little bit and the outside. It will probably need another coat or two. So I'm just going to kind of stand that up there to dry. Okay, and so once I have that done, I'm going to, here's one that's already dry so I can show you. I'm going to use my espresso paint and a dry brush. Now this dry brush is pretty hard, not the best for regular painting, but this is really good for this dry brush painting. And I like the look of doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab a little bit of paint on my brush and then tap some off. And then I'm going to go around my edge of my book very lightly. Very lightly. And you can see the look that I'm getting here. Just to kind of almost age it a bit. Now some of my brown, I didn't dab it off well enough. So some of my brown is a bit dark, but that's okay. I can take my brush, I'm not adding any more, and just lightening it up just a little bit to make it look aged. Okay, so you can do that along your edges. You may want to do it in black, you may want to do it in a color. If you're using a colored chalk paint, maybe you're using like a mint green, maybe you would want to do that in a darker green, something along those lines. Now, when it comes to stamping your letters, you can come up with all sorts of, my other one that I just did there was Home Sweet Home. You could do Love Grows here. You could even, it'd be really cute to put your children's first name on there and then the year that they were born. You could do your anniversary date. You could do a song title that maybe means a lot to you. So many options, and to personalize it for you. You can do your last name, your first name, whatever you like. So I'm going to use just my stamps. Like I said, this is really, really easy craft, very quick other than drawing time. So I'm going to do the word here on this one for Love Grows Here. And I don't necessarily want it in the center. I may want it closer to the top, closer to the bottom, kind of staggering the words down, whatever you want, but it does not need to be perfect. I'm certainly not going to line up my letters at all. I'm just going to push them on. And my E. So there we go. There I have here. So Love Grows Here. So on this one, I may want to take my brush again and just very lightly in different spots than I did maybe my first one. I might even want to go across my word just a little bit, very lightly around the top and bottom edge, just to kind of make it look a little bit more. Some people like them plain white. That's a great look too. Just going to go over that dark spot just a bit. So there we go, we have that. So once you put them together, that one's too wet to do, but you would stack them up. So you can stack as many as you want on. You may want 2, you may want 4, you may want 3. My other one here, like I said, is 3 books. And I chose to use a thick ribbon to go across the top and around. Some people want their books lined up. Some people may want them a little bit jagged, whatever you like. So you could wrap your ribbon around. I just kind of stapled mine on the bottom. You could tape it, you could glue it. But I wanted to be able to take these books apart too in case I wanted to read them again. You could also, using your twine, I did go around with twine on that one. Just start off your twine, and go around and around, drop it on the floor. where the puppy is. I don't know how long that'll last for. And then you may want to even go the other way and just wrap it around multiple times for a great look. And I have my scissors here. Cut off my edge and loop through. And tie a little knot. You may want to just do a knot. And you can see that I've covered my words, so that I may want to move that over a bit. There we go. Spread it out even. Whatever look you want, and you can change this up with the seasons too. Maybe in the spring you want some spring ribbon on it, brighten it up. Christmas, throw some Christmas ribbon on, or even change your titles for Christmas so that they're Christmassy. Some nice fall ones would be nice. This one just has a cute little bow on the top. You could do your bow on the side. Like I said, you could add a little sprig of green. You could add a large flower on top, a small flower on top. But this is a very, very quick and easy, very little tools other than in your paintbrushes and paint to have this really cute look for your mantle or your bookshelf, your side tables, wherever you like. And you could even glue that on with a hot glue gun. So there you go. There's today's simple and easy craft. Have a great day, everyone.